Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel and to my countdown to 2020 MLB series. So in this series, I'm going to be bringing you guys my top 10 favorite players at each position, as well as discussing my top 10 favorite players in general, my top 10 MLB players in Major League Baseball today, as well. I'm going to be ranking my least favorite logos, my favorite teams, and finally on opening day, give you guys my full 2020 predictions, division winners, Cy Young winners, as well as the MVPs and wildcard and the 2020 World Series. So I had planned for all these videos to link up day after day, 60 days in a row, and end up on opening day on March 26th. But with the postponing of the 2020 MLB season, I'm going to be finishing off my top 10 rankings portion of the series. And then when I discuss my predictions for the year, I'm just going to be waiting until the MLB season starts. I want to get that video on opening day. So definitely looking forward to the MLB season, but health and safety is first and foremost the main priority. So stay safe, everyone. Hopefully we can have baseball soon. But for today, I'm going to be discussing my top 10 favorite starting pitchers in MLB. Here we go, my number 10. Now starting off my top 10 favorite starting pitchers in MLB. Now I was a pitcher growing up playing baseball myself, so it's a very special position for me. Taking the 10th spot, I have Chris Sale of the Boston Red Sox. A very weird delivery, I would say. It's very deceptive, throws very hard from the left side, very tall at 6'6". Makes you think a bit similar to like a Randy Johnson type pitcher where he throws hard from the left side, a big slider. It's pretty tall. 7-time All-Star and 2018 World Series champion with the Boston Red Sox. So unfortunately, he will miss the entire season coming up due to Tommy John surgery. He did have a very rough season in 2019, which I think it may have had an issue with that. Maybe he wasn't feeling well with his elbow. But in 2019, he went 6-11, had an ERA which was very high at 4.40. He started 25 games, had only one complete game. He threw 147 innings, tallying 218 strikeouts and a whip at 1.086. But he did have some extremely dominant years in the past couple of seasons, specifically if you look at 2017 and 2018, where he had records of 17-8 in 2017, falling second in Cy Young voting, and 12-4 in 2018. 2018 actually had an ERA at 2.11 and a whip at 0.861. So Chris Sale, he is an extremely dominant pitcher. He's had a very bad year in 2019. Hopefully he can get back healthy pretty quick and come back in 2021 and be his old self. I mean, I'm a Blue Jay fan, but I really like Chris Sale and I want him to have success. He falls in number 10 on my list. Coming in at number 9, pitchers who rake. Madison Bumgarner. He's a pitcher that's going to hit home runs. 4-time All-Star, 3-time World Series champion, 2-time Silver Slugger Award winner, World Series MVP, and NLCS MVP as well. Madison Bumgarner, known for being extremely dominant in the playoffs and World Series. It was a massive part of those Giants championships they had in the past decade. Now, in 11 years in his career, he played all 11 seasons with the Giants, but he signed a contract with the Arizona Diamondbacks, where he's going to continue his career in 2020. In 2019, he went 9-9 for his record with an ERA at 3.90. He pitched 207 innings, striking out 203 batters and a whip at 1.127. His better seasons were definitely during that Giants dynasty they had, where he had seasons of 18-9, 15-9, 13-9. I mean, he had some pretty good records with ERAs all under 3. Whips around 1.008, 1.028, 1.090, and of course he was just magnificent in the playoffs for the Giants. So again, he can hit some home runs as well. So pretty cool pitcher there. He's a lefty just like Chris Sale. He falls in at number 9 on my list. At number 8, we have our first righty of my list. 3-time All-Star Garrett Cole. He also owns an ERA title. Now, he is a new member of the New York Yankees, which is going to make that team just that much scarier. It's already amazing as it is. He played the 5 season with the Pittsburgh Pirates,
but he absolutely dominated with the Houston Astros. So 7-year career so far. So his record in 2019, 20-5, an ERA at 2.50 leading the league, pitched 212 innings, threw 326 strikeouts leading the league, and whip at 0.895. So Garrett Cole is absolutely dominant. His average is 13.8 strikeouts per 9. He's almost averaging 14 strikeouts a game, only walking 2 batters on average. So I just can't wait to see how good he's going to be with the New York Yankees with that stacked lineup of offense. He could definitely be in the conversation for the Cy Young Award. He lost the Cy Young Award in 2019 to a pitcher that's going to be mentioned later on my list. But Garrett Cole, he pitches with a lot of intensity. He falls in at number 8 on my list. At number 7, we have arguably the best, if not one of the best pitchers in the entire league, in Jacob DeGrom of the New York Mets. Back-to-back Cy Young winner, Rookie of the Year, 3-time All-Star, and he owns an ERA title. Now, with the New York Mets, he played all of his 6 seasons in MLB so far. If you look at his records, they don't jump out. 10-9 in 2018, 2019, 11-8. But a big part of that is just the Mets didn't score. They didn't give him a lot of offense. Look at his other stats. ERA in 2018 of 1.70. And in 2019, 2.43. Pitching 204 innings with 255 strikeouts and a whip at 0.971. Like I mentioned, back-to-back Cy Young Awards. He is absolutely dominant. If the Mets would score more, he would have probably 20 wins, I would say. He's really fun to watch play. Jacob DeGrom falls in number 7 on my list. And just missing out on my top 5 is a pitcher that most likely is going to be in my top 5 very soon, Mike Soroka. I have him there mainly because he's actually Canadian, as I am myself. So you don't see too many Canadians, especially Canadians that succeed in MLB. He was an All-Star in 2019, which was his second season in MLB. I mean, he only started in 5 games in 2018. 2019, he went 13-4 with a 2.68 ERA, throwing 174 innings, striking out 142 batters, and a whip at 1.111. He was actually 2nd Rookie of the Year voting and 6th in Cy Young Award winning voting. So again, Mike Soroka, he is a very, very good young star. 6'5", he is pretty tall, 225 pounds. So again, I'm really looking forward to see what he can do in 2020. And I really hope that he can just dominate for the Braves once again. Starting off my top 5, I have one of the best pitchers we've seen in the past 10-15 years. In my opinion, one of the best, if not the best pitcher, along with Jacob DeGrom, is in that conversation, Justin Verlander. So I know a lot of people mention that he seems to just get better with age because he's not slowing down anytime soon. The list of awards he has is pretty long. MVP, 2-time Cy Young Award winner, Rookie of the Year, he won a Triple Crown, 8-time All-Star, 2017 World Series Championship, ERA title, ALCS MVP, and former Major League Player of the Year. Oh, and he also threw 3 career no-hitters. His latest one was in the past season versus my favorite team, the Toronto Blue Jays. So these are his stats in 2019 in his 15th season in MLB, splitting time between the Tigers and a few years in Houston. He went 21-6 with an ERA at 2.58. He threw 223 innings, leading the league. He started in 34 games, leading the league as well. He threw 300 strikeouts and a whip at 0.803. So Justin Verlander won the Cy Young in 2019. So that's why Garrett Cole didn't win it. Basically, he was up against his teammate. Verlander was 2nd in Cy Young voting in 2018. Every single year, he just absolutely dominates. He actually had a year in 2011, which was absolutely outstanding. He went 24-5 for the Tigers with a 2.40 ERA, 251 innings pitched, 250 strikeouts, 0.920 whip, all of them leading the league, Triple Crown winner for pitching. He's one of the best pitchers we've seen, and I have him at number 5 on my list. My 4th favorite starting pitcher in MLB is Walker Buehler, a young star for the LA Dodgers. He might be taking over Kershaw's spot soon as the team's ace. He is a one-time All-Star, 14-4 record in his 3rd season in MLB with the LA Dodgers. He started in 30 games. He had a 3.26 ERA, 182 innings pitched. He struck out 215 batters, a whip of 1.042. So he has a lot of power. He throws very hard, and I'm really excited to have him and Kershaw as a 1-2 punch in LA. They're my 2nd favorite team behind the Blue Jays, who actually have a former Dodger, Hyun-Jin Ryu. He is my 3rd favorite pitcher in MLB. So again, being a Blue Jay fan as the Dodgers, my 2nd team. Hyun-Jin Ryu played for the Dodgers. Now he's signed with Toronto Blue Jays, and I am extremely excited to have a definite number 1 ace in our starting rotation. Former All-Star, ERA title in 2019. Hyun-Jin Ryu in his 6th season with the Dodgers in 2019 had a record of 14-5, 2.32 ERA, again leading the league. He threw 182 innings, striking out 163 batters. He had a 1.007 whip as well. So he's not a guy that's going to overpower you with a big fastball. He throws with a lot of finesse. He's a lefty. He can command fantastic. He has fantastic command around the strike zone. He was actually 2nd in Cy Young Award voting in 2019. Like I mentioned, very excited to have him as a member of the Blue Jays. Number 99, Hyun-Jin Ryu. My top 2 for starting pitchers are 2 guys that might be my top 10 for favorite players in general. Again, being a pitcher when I was younger, playing baseball, I just have a lot more appreciation for the position. And number 1 and 2 are absolutely phenomenal players. At number 2, I have Max Scherzer, Mad Max of the Washington Nationals. So glad he got his World Series championship in 2019. Similar to Alex Ovechkin for the NHL's team for Washington, the Washington Capitals. They've been dominant for many years, and they finally got their championship, respectively. Ovechkin in 2018, Scherzer in 2019. Along with that championship, 3-time Cy Young winner, 7-time All-Star. He is one of the most intimidating pitchers in MLB. I'm telling you, if you step in that strike zone, he's going to be staring you down. He's going to be talking to himself. He's going to pace and walk around the mound after a strikeout. He is just absolutely incredible. I mean, if you look at his Cy Young Award voting results, 2013 Cy Young Award winner, 2016, 2017 back-to-back Cy Youngs, 2018 he was 2nd, 2019 he was 3rd. So in 2019 he started in 27 games. He did have an injury problem. He went 11-7 with a 2.92 ERA, pitched in 172 innings, 243 strikeouts, and a whip at 1.027. So going back to 2016 to 2018 with the Nationals, he had a record 1 year of 20-7, and another year where he went 18-7, pitched over 220 innings in 2 years, leading the league. He reached 300 strikeouts last year. He actually led the league in strikeout 3 years in a row. A whip in the 0.900. So just extremely dominant. He's going to strike out a lot of batters. He had a game where he struck out 20 batters in one single game, which is extremely rare to see in MLB. Max Scherzer, number 2 on my list. So Max Scherzer played in 12 years so far, splitting time between the Diamondbacks, the Tigers, and now the Nationals. And if you look closely, he actually has 2 eyes, different color. So that's pretty cool as well. Now at number 1, my favorite pitcher in MLB for many years now, Clayton Kershaw of the LA Dodgers. I actually got a hat where I got embroidered his number and signature on the fabric. He is a former MVP, 3-time Cy Young Award winner, Triple Crown winner, 8-time All-Star, Gold Glove winner, 5-time ERA title, and Major League Player of the Year. Now, Clayton Kershaw in his 12th year with the LA Dodgers in 2019. Some say that he had a bad year, but compared to the average pitcher in MLB, he had a fantastic year. I mean, even if it wasn't his best, I would take that any day. He went 16-5 with a 3.03 ERA, which was actually the first season where he had 30 starts or more with an ERA over 3. Pitched in 178 innings, 189 strikeouts, and a whip at 1.043. Now, he did have some crazy seasons. In 2011, he went 21-5. In 2014, he had a record of 21-3. He had an ERA of 1.77 that year. Just absolutely incredible numbers. Multiple years of a whip in the 0.800s. And in 2016, he actually had a whip of 0.725. If you look at 0.750 is 3/4 of one. So that basically means he's giving up less than 3/4 of a walk or a hit on average per inning in that year. So Clayton Kershaw, he has an absolute devastating curveball. It might be the best in the league coming in from the left side. He's a lefty. He has a very unique windup where he kind of stops midway and then continues his windup. So it's pretty deceptive. He has good control and definitely my favorite pitcher in Major League Baseball.
So that's going to do it for the video, guys, on my top 10 favorite starting pitchers in MLB. Definitely leave your comments down below, which are your favorite pitchers, whether it's your favorite pitchers in current day or of all time. Obviously, with starting pitchers, there's so many Major League Baseball. I had to narrow it down to 10. There's many great pitchers that I really like watching. They just didn't make my list. But again, there's too many just to fit in one list. But again, leave your comments down below. I'd love to hear your opinions, guys. Next up will be my top 10 favorite closing pitchers in Major League Baseball coming tomorrow. So thank you for watching, guys. Definitely check out the playlist on my channel if you have missed any episodes. All the episodes are there. And as always, have a great day.